Hello everyone, good morning. It's another beautiful Wednesday morning on Just the Chat. Alabi. This is what we do every Wednesday, coming here to talk about trending topics, issues that matters to the heart, from relationships, from personal life, from maybe as in social trends in society, things that are happening and things that are relatable and that we can learn from, because that is the most important thing. We need to be able to learn from it. We get our view, and I don't do this alone. I do with amazing people that join me on set, and we look forward to hearing your own view about it. And before I go on, let me just ask you this, as I always do: how are you doing right now? How are you doing? I want you to drop it in the comment box below. How are you doing right now? And most importantly, how are you preparing for the first year? Wow, few weeks to the end of the year. We're already getting towards the end of the year, and I can only say it can only be God that has kept us as strong. All right, let's go straight to the reason why we are here. But before that, let me introduce my special guest today. I've been blessed with wonderful people that always join together on matter arising. But let me start from left, right. No, ladies first. Let's have a ladies first. Yes, because ladies were they said it's women's world. So I believe my guests, I believe you are not jealous of that. It's women's world. So please welcome with me, Omoniyi. You are waiting for me to get that name.
Yeah,
I got it right.
You got it right.
Yes, I got it right. Yes, I'm a good student.
Yes. Thank you. I'm fine. It's good to be here.
You look stressed. You walk overnight. You stress yourself.
You know, you said what you hear, so many activities, and I don't know, I even have time to rest, relax.
Honestly, it's important. Because I was saying something that it's always important. When we've been working from the beginning of the year, let's not have time to rest, relax. At least all the money.
It seems I'm due for a vacation.
Vacation.
Like outside Nigeria. I mean, even if it's just in African country. Maybe Kenya.
So just say, don't need to be.
Yeah, just need like just 2 weeks vacation.
Yeah.
Outside.
Only your husband and family. Child. But I hope
no phone.
Mr Isaiah is not here.
See, no,
she said she would need
just me alone. Just sleep, wake, eat, sleep, wake up, eat.
Me time. Yes. Yeah. From your mouth to the ears of the God Almighty, and His hearing,
sealed and
stuff. But don't forget me. So we are going
to go together.
Go together, girls. Stay out. All right. Why are you smiling? You should do your own man's day out now. You leave your better half. I say, okay, I want to go out by midtime. I believe she's going to like that. Obviously, I hope so, but I guess she's not watching this right now, because I know her. The one I know, the Mrs Isaiah I know, will say, from where you don't know where exactly.
No, she only say, let's go together, but
for me alone.
No, for me alone.
You can't go, but can you do it?
I know.
You can't do that. No, I see love. Love is sweet. Oh,
thank God I'm married. Hey, now let the simple breathe.
Let the old married and old age married couples, let them
thank you.
So, Mr. Isaiah, you're welcome. Glad to have me here today. In case you don't know, this is Mr. Isaiah. You know, the one that knows Mr. Isaiah of one of our co-hosts, Mrs. Isaiah, the midwife in us. Yeah, this is the husband and the youngest couple I've seen so far, that they are doing amazingly well.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. So, how are you doing?
I've been good.
Good, was stressed, kind of. Wow.
Can we stop that for a second?
Do you have time to rest? No, that's what I asked. Takes you right now. Like, how many time you to rest? Working from January, February, March to December. You have time to rest.
Yes. Let me just say this: time to rest. Time you using keeping some nap and all this kind of stuff. Everybody who has computers in life.
Calm down. What's the definition of rest? Because I say taking nap. Is that kind of what you want? Yeah. Oh, yeah, rest. To you, what is rest?
My definition of rest is okay. I'm feeling kind of having a day where I feel stressed right now, like listening to like off.
That's your own rest. And I think that is physical rest. So I think the kind of rest I think I need sometimes.
Me too. Mental rest. Like, don't think about what you eat.
Mental rest.
And stop shouting on kids. Stop there. Leave there. Come here. Go here.
No, for him, I think you should not think about, oh, I want to meet up with the client. Hey, the client is calling me. This
Thinking
and that.
about work.
You understand? Mental rest.
Like, you won't think about work for like 1 week.
Yeah, is it possible? But let me ask my viewers that question. Is it possible for you to stay as in off some activities for 1 week? Drop it in the comment section below. Can you do that? No gadgets. I think can you do that very well?
Look as if you're sick.
Okay, at least not thinking of some things that some calculative things like, okay, how do I do this? Oh, stop. Can you just stay?
And you think about work.
Yeah, for 1 week, not to stress your mind. Please, if you're not part of that, think about it now. That can I do to and how can I get that for the end of this year? It's very important. I think you can't put yourself any tree. You can't take yourself to Dubai to go out. Think of how can I stay out of mental stress for just 1 week. I believe your body is going to thank you for that afterwards. Yeah, it's very important. Please consider that, Mr Isaiah, because it will make you feel refreshed, relaxed, be able to think towards next year goal and plan. All right, let's go to the real deal why we are here today. And honestly, this topic there can be vexing me since I saw a post on Monday. Was it on Monday? But thank God that you brought it out that we should talk about it today. And that is about a video I saw talking about marriage distraction. And my question is it a distraction? But no, I have my own. Sorry, let me adjust my car. This car is stopping. They say I look like evangelist. Is that true? Do I look like evangelist? I will say the person, I'm not looking at you. I will say the person that said it to God. That's why my cap, I just love it. I like it. To ask, you say I look like an evangelist, but I don't care. I love me the way I look. I'm not looking at you.
I'm not looking at you.
All right. So is marriage really a scam? Yes or no? And there's another person I saw on another social platform that marriage and career, that should marriage be prioritized more than career, or career more than marriage. So this is what we're going to discuss today. And this was hopefully for us to hear our YouTube. Let me start from Tosin. I want to start from this one. I know you have a honest view on this. So I'm just okay. What is your opinion? Marriage, this is that video.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, what's your opinion?
When I saw the video, I liked it. I have my reservation. My response is this. Don't prioritize marriage more than the career, and do not prioritize career more than the marriage. I feel wisdom is needed in such a way that there should be a balance. If I say that prioritize your marriage above your career, that means once you are married, your career should have. And if I say prioritize your career above your marriage, it means when you have a career, you not bother about your marriage. That means your marriage will suffer. And by extension, your children will suffer as well. So I feel like there should be a balance. Things that your marriage should not kill your career. And your career should not kill your marriage. Wisdom is needed that area. If you're a career woman and you're married, your husband should be your number one secretary. Should be your number one pusher. Someone pushing you to the peak of your career that you are not going to. So, but if you are unlucky to get married to someone who doesn't want you to pursue your career and maybe wants you to divert into to go into another thing, that means you don't have a choice. You are married to him. That means that career is wrong. If you not say you want to fight it, that means you want to lose your marriage above your career. That's why there should be an understanding before getting married. You should not be person you are married. Why would you marry someone that will not support you? That is why I'm not in support of short-term courtship. cut for a longer
long time, but she does it enhance someone to know that okay, you're doing
So
something.
at least you will know the person to an extent. And there will be an agreement.
That's another topic because
There will be
I don't believe that short or long time courtship is what we determine. But
what I'm trying to say is that there you would have known this, even if you don't know the best person, say at least 30%. You know that this person, even from the courtship stage, the career that you've been building, how has it been reacting towards it? Is it someone that maybe you are auditioning to be a superstar? Is it someone that always call you and talk up on you? Have you applied for this? Have you done this? From there, you will know if this person will support you when you are married. But if it's someone that never asks about your career, never asks about anything you are doing before you should know that that person might not support you. So that's why I said the courtship. There is no how you will have a
Jesus can hide their true identity in courtship.
the reason why you cannot, we're talking about career, right?
Yeah.
The reason why you cannot hide is this. Okay, we are not married yet. And I am pursuing a career in maybe I want to be a public speaker. I've been taking courses on public. Okay, and the person you are dating is sending courses to me that you can apply for. You should know that that person will support you when you get married. It's someone that will say, oh, have you applied for this? You will do yourself. You can stylishly say that, no, I don't want to apply for this thing. What is that person saying? And that is he saying, well, forget about it? Or the person will say, oh, no, babe, you can do it. There's no how. We will have admit before marriage that this person will support your career or not. So if you are not seeing all those gestures before marriage, so prepare for it that the person can come tomorrow and say no. And there's some people that will let you know that well, once you get married, this is your career. You drop. So I don't believe that. I don't believe that once you get married, your career should die. You would have seen the traces before you get married to that person that if I get married, this career might die or it will be enhanced.
Okay, I agree to that. But thank you very much. But let me ask Mr. Isaiah his own view on this. You know, people always talk about, okay, if you want, as you told you know, this issue of submissiveness in marriage and okay, trying to have a voice has been a matter of contention for a very long time. You know, I know you are very young in marriage, but I know you've seen a lot of even older people in marriage that okay, talking about okay, this person wants to pursue a career, okay, he's not having time for family, he's so much career oriented, and he's not having time, he's not focused, he's not submissive. And maybe the other will say, oh, you can't do this thing. You have to give your attention for people like Mr. Tosin rightly said that your marriage should be number one once you are married. You understand? At least any other thing should be in the secondary. You understand? But to you, when you see ladies that are so much obsessed with their career, what always comes to your mind? Because I believe there's some people that will say they can't marry a career woman. I don't know if you've heard some guys that say they can't marry a career woman.
Yes.
I saw a
Want
guy.
a full housewife.
Yeah, they want the full. Even apart from being a full housewife, they will be like, okay, if this person is too career oriented, she might not have time. I remember a guy, some people that came to me for counseling. You know, one of the things that has been issue with them is the lady is in career focusness. They are not yet married, though. And she said she wanted to go and do a master before marriage. And the guy is saying, no, let's get married for that. If you go abroad though, to study, you might forget about me, you might not come. And the guy was insisting that this lady must not travel for a master before they get married. You know, is that not a sense of insecurity from the angle of the man? You are not yet married, you are already dictating that you don't want her to pursue a career, a dream career that you have. So what I say about that, submitting to a man's will and trying to do things, but it's not sad. What are you saying to you in that regard?
Thank you so much for the question.
Yeah.
Based on my experience, I'm going to say, I think I've seen around this. I would say for a man, I mean for a woman, a man who wants submissiveness from a woman that wants marry. It's not, first of all, submissiveness is not being a slave. For me, when a woman is submissive, I think that's the major power they have, to be submissive. But until women know that when they are submissive, they have the power. And when they are being arrogant and kind of being listening. Look at Delilah, for example. There's not since she can tell Samson to get what Samson did for her. And except for submissiveness. Submissiveness is the only way you can tell a guy what he does not want to do in his life. But because you are just harmless, you are he's going to do it. And what he would not have done when he said, I just do this, he will do it, even when he's so hot-headed. So submissiveness is not about just sit down there, that's where I want it to be. Submissiveness is a level, automatically submission will just come when there is, I'm talking from the guy aspect now. Submission will just come all of a sudden when there's a leadership role, and this leadership is something they can follow through. And I said, okay, when I follow through this thing, it's going to be getting to a particular point. You understand? So if the woman is like, I am a career person, I am not to do this. So it's sincere. They both saw each other before marriage, like you said initially. So everything about the woman, like when the woman is getting into the marriage, you should see everything about the guy. Since the guy, whenever somebody is talking to me, I don't look at what the person is saying, that I see what the person is not saying. So when they are going into this relationship and they're acting like that, like you said, there are some things that will show you that this person is going to follow suit with some kind of career. And there's this part that will show you that this person will never support me.
But you know there's some guy that have pretend. Oh,
I don't believe pretending is something like that.
That I know if a guy just wants to know something and you know that I want this lady more than anything. You know, that I don't know if like as in playing along with someone to get. I think I shared a story of a guy who said a lady said this guy saw that he used to be of no cause and really got married, told her that she started making her head. And she knew right from the onset that I can't allow my wife to be making no more. And she did, and he did say this. And waited till they got married. How about that? You know, there's something that you know that I can't accept, but you'll be like, no, some people can pretend a woman can even be submissive before they get married. You do everything to the mother, my mother, my this, take the mother for everything. Oh, I think you take care of the family of the husband because you want them to see you as a good wife that comes from a good home. So, and likewise, the guy, so a guy can, haven't you heard women say that their husband used to do some certain things before they get married? She used to call me 24 hours, he used to send poem and the likes. And once they got married, he stopped. And some men were defensive that why should I be calling you again? You're already mine, you're already there. But they never knew. Okay, go deeper, brother. Go deeper. Speak it on behalf of the gender.
Actually, let me just say it in the sense of another question. Okay. Exactly. Like a lady, do you know that majority of ladies, they know what they want in a guy?
Absolutely.
Okay, fine. Do you know that psychologically, most kind of guy the ladies want are majorly circular. Secular, but they wish they have the spirit of God in them.
I got Tosin.
So you're part of the guys that used to know
no.
Going against sisters, like bad boys.
No,
bad boys.
Actually, because okay, when you ask a literal girl, what do you want? You know something most of our Christian brothers folk lack majorly. A guy that will go to the gym, that will always sit there and every other thing. Most of them, they really give Christ. One. Secondly, if not all, I'm not saying everybody. So, like most of those traits they say they want in a guy, it's always rampant between this guy.
So why can't brothers go at the gym and they have those
things? So the point, based on what you said. So what I'm saying now is this: if a kind of guy, like in character-wise, that she's looking for is in the church, but the kind of fit she's looking for is not there. One way or the other is going to look as if it is not yet complete. So let me now say that, okay, let me get the one that is outside. I know this person. If I bring this person, funny enough, the guy in the outside to my life, right? And I feel like, okay, let me go. This girl will not come to me unless I am a good person.
Alright, I pretend to be a good person.
So they come to the church, the Christian brother, he became a Christian brother, I can even preach for you. Like my pastor was saying last time, he said that less money in the spirit. They pray, they do everything. And then the next thing that happens is that after the marriage, you start complaining about some things. But there's something at the back. See, everything in life, when it comes to marriage or anybody in life, your purpose should come first. It will make you determine if you are supposed to go for your career yet or to go for the marriage. If your marriage is going to be the one attaching to your career, your purpose have to align for. And when your purpose is aligning, your husband, the kind of person you want to choose, have to align with every of your purpose. But if you have to think of it from the level of this is what I want, because sometimes our career might not go back of our purpose. So purpose sometimes can even be something. It will always be a journey. Okay, for example, I was a drummer. From drumming, I was taken to computer to start learning phones. From phones, somebody employed me. From there, I started learning. I did not even learn. Something just came up. The Holy Spirit, I started learning how to use computers. What I'm using to eat today as an engineer, it's not just computers. But if I look at it at the line of purpose, I know the only major purpose I have is to create solutions. So anything I want to do around my wife is this kind of person I want to choose as a life partner. Is supporting me whenever I'm just a friend trying to create solutions to somebody. You see our way because he like it. Is our purpose aligning with my own? I won't just force her into it like, and get her in tight with the good who like what I am doing. This guy is so talented and all that and all that. And when it gets to the time, the talent will not sustain her again. She needs more. It's not look as if you are holding her down. But purpose has to be the first in it, then every other thing will align.
I understand what you said. You're quite right. But the truth is, I was trying to talk about people deceiving their partner that, okay, as in not trying to show a full attribute of what you really want in someone just because you want to get that person. Try to make the person be who you are not because you really want to get that person. And I think the buttress what you said, about people talking about it. I think this is where most of the singles listen to them. They don't talk during courtship. So people can be in courtship for as long as possible. And they won't even talk about, okay, what are your purpose? What are your dreams? Where is your end goal? Fine, you might not, but there's something inside of you, like you're talking about your journey. There's something inside of you, but you yourself don't know how to get it. There's something that God has really assigned to do, but you don't know how to get it there. But one way or the other, maybe your partner might have seen the way you are going, that this person will act. This one that is doing this today is doing something tomorrow. He should be able to know that something else might come up again that will make you to change that line of purpose. And she should be able to fall in line. So I think having somebody that is flexible with her dream, how can you have it? Okay, imagine somebody that has a political agenda or a ministerial agenda. Okay, I think God wants to use me. And you don't know that, okay, you have a calling of God upon your life. And your wife is a giant woman that loves to party, loves to travel, loves to go to Dubai. And you get married to the person. And when you get married, you say, yeah, sorry, okay. Yeah, Lord, let's go to redemption camp. Yeah, there's fasting. As I do think that kind of thing can sustain. As Mommy G of say, I don't like me saying, you are a pastor.
Yeah, you look like Mommy G.
I want to sing my cow. Okay. That is on that note, when people don't really know, you know that, or should I say, but there is a way that you know that there's something that you do in you that no, I want to. This might be where I'm going to end up. You might think that your journey is just like what from when you were still young. You know that you have some interest in maybe technical work. That thing is there. That foundation is there, right? You can't say you don't have
everything. I said I ended with purpose. How that fixing food, experiences. Teaching, doing this, everything boils down to great
solution providers. That's where your God comes from. Okay, sorry, hold on. Okay, let me come back to my sister. Okay, so what can you say about that? When somebody knows that I have this agenda, I want to be a politician, okay, I want to be a lecturer, I'm going to do my master's, my PhD and everything. And you can't express everything, you can't see everything, you can't see the end goal, but you know that this might likely be where you're going. And your partner is someone that you see that this person is opposite. And perhaps God has told you that this is the person you are going to marry. And you see that the person is off that line. How can the one and the wife can work together? Because the way scripture says, can two work together except one? It's not going to be possible. So what do you need them to do?
Thank you so much. I also need to run through our minds this weekend. The first thing I'll say is this. After there are some things that probably you were doing before you got married. And just like he said that he had several skills. Your marriage, your partner should be that person that would complement your God's given purpose. That one that is not your purpose, your spouse will wait. I used to say that there's some things that I want to do. That's what tell me that this is not it. And anything that I tell my husband and he doesn't support me, if I not go and do it on my own, I will regret doing it. So I've discovered that for the past 11 years that we've been together, anything I approach him with, I want to do this thing. If you should say yes, I believe it's confirmation from God. So sometimes God will place our spouse there as guidance because your spouse took up the space of the priesthood over you. You understand? Are we talking about God ordained marriage or just general marriage?
Which marriage? General marriage.
If it's God ordained marriage,
every marriage should be God ordained.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Some married for looks, some married by divine instruction.
And everything still, there are some people that they didn't even hear God says, but God still bring them together.
Let me talk generally. If you get married to someone, okay, as a lady, you're married to him, and it's not a support of your career. Check that career. Number one, is that career, will your family benefit from that career? Will it affect your children? I cannot be a guy married to a lady who is not always at home to take care of the family. Always traveling. This week travel to Kenya. Next week travel. You cannot. As a guy, I will not allow it. I don't know how that career I want to look like. In the early years of marriage, you're jumping from one country to another, not having time for the family. No, as a guy, I will not support. If your career is affecting your marriage, then it's not worth it. If your career is replacing your responsibility as a mother in the house, it's not worth it. So you cannot say that, oh, you want to take your career. There's some ladies. I know at least one or two ladies that say that they're not ready to get married until they got to the peak of their career, because they know that once they get married, they'll be restricted, and there are some things that they won't be able to do.
Sorry, let me come. And that is where the problem is for a lot of people. You want to get to the peak of your career, and you know that this thing is going to take as long as you get into age 35, 40, 45. You understand? By the time you get to that stage, and you see that it's the people, guys that are within that rate, they're already married. You understand what I'm saying? So I think we need to really understand how to balance. You know, you're talking about balancing. You know, there's a way you can still, because for me, my own view is I want to just see how to just place a balance between it. Marriage shouldn't stop your career. Your career shouldn't be on hold because of marriage. And your marriage should not stop from that. You know, sorry, I saw something today on DDK's page. She said something. She said, what made her fall in for, I don't know, you know DDK now? Yeah. No DDK. But she said, what made her fall in for her husband was when he came to propose to her, he said, he sent a CV to her that this is who I am. And he said, this is my plan for you for the next 10 years. And she said, immediately she saw that, she was like, wow. Me said, I don't even have this plan. So if this man can have this plan for me for the next 10 years, let me go with him. And she said that she can still see that she's being fulfilled. She's flowing in line with her plan. So that shows that he's a man that God has made, that is taking his priesthood position for the wife. And likewise the woman too. But what I'm saying in essence is, you know, according to what Sheyi Omoniyi said in his video, that also any single ladies or even boys is applicable to single man, you know, anything you want to do before you get married, do them. But there are some things that can't be accomplished before marriage. I don't know, maybe you are.
That's why there should be like communication. Communicate. Don't just say that I understand what you're saying, that some guys will pretend. Let's leave that pretense first. Communicate with your spouse. This is what there should be communication. You cannot just see somebody here today. It's okay, I'm going to marry you 6 months. You're not saying anything about your future. You're not saying anything about the family. How many kids do we want to have? You're not saying anything. And you just jump into marriage. No. There should be communication. Okay, what do you want to be in the next 5 years? What do you want to have? What are your plans? So all of these things should be tabled before both of you. Trash it out. That's the essence of going on a date. When you are in courtship, what's the essence of the date? It's not just to eat now. You have conversation. Have conversation on, okay, this is my career. This is where I really want to be. And if a guy is not asking about your career, your future, everything is just talking about when you see, but just cruise about himself, about it's a red flag. All this, there is no how a guy cuts me anyway. There's no how a guy wants to pretend that you will not see red flags while cutting. You will see. It's just that you will ignore. Yeah. You won't be able to. That's why they say love is blind. It's going to blindfold you. You're not going to see all those parts. Once you get married, that's when you're cutting. That's when you should shine your eye. Shine your eye very well. What are the conversations you used to have? Does it even care about your family? There are some guys that when you get married to them, they don't want to see your family member.
I think that's sign of narcissism.
Yes. So you will see this side. There's no you want to pretend for 2 years. At least 50% of your character will erupt. Look at how he relates with other people. Look at how he relates with his own parents, with his siblings. Those are red flags. That's why it's the time to study yourselves better. There's no you want to pretend, the red flags will be there.
Well, you said something earlier. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm coming up to you. You said something like, you as a man, if you're a man, guys, and you see that your wife is always traveling, doing this and that, and you can't marry her.
The early years of marriage.
Okay, I thought maybe because if the wife is somebody that because I'm married, I should not be able to go on vacation. I should not be able to go on holiday.
No, like work taking you from one place. Maybe you're a public speaker. You travel every week. Your early years of marriage. Your marriage is suffer.
Honestly, I agree with that. But on the other side, I believe because what she was saying that enjoy everything you want to enjoy before marriage. But at the same time, even in marriage,
because marriage now in prison
can still be ahead.
It's not a prison now.
So I don't want us to paint that. See, once you get married, you are locked. You can't see your family. You can't travel. You can't go this. You can't go there. No, there now. And that's why some people when they see all this marriage thing, all this principle, instruction, they'll be like, I want my freedom. And I've seen some guys that would say that always say that it's like marriage is a prison for them. Some guys, I'm sure you will agree to that. There was a guy that told at 45, he said he's not ready to get married. He has the money, he has the house, he has everything. He said he's not ready to just be accountable to anybody.
Let me just add this one. I have a friend, she's married for maybe 15 or 14 years now. Said she has had several opportunities to travel to some country and on vacation or anything like that. But she said her husband will not allow her. And I said, well, and they have grown up kids. First child is like maybe 16 or so. Their last born is like maybe 10 years. So they have grown up kids. Why can't you go 2 weeks? He said, the husband cannot even allow her to travel for like a week. I said, why? Do you know why?
She can't do that.
He said the husband cannot do without having sex with her for 3 days.
Now is a deeper
ahead. So if you now insist that no, I must travel by force. If you now go and shashemash, you should wait that.
Let's Isaiah talk about this one. What happened?
That like that
for a week.
That cannot do without seats.
Pastor Isaiah
for 3 days.
Can you talk about it because I
was like this when she
honestly I know that's a struggle a lot of women are going through and they can't talk about it. These are realities that happens in marriage because of some things. I know that the body structure of some men differs. What some men can adjust different. I think Pastor David has mentioned it on this platform before, so that if you are traveling, that the maximum. I don't know that the maximum for maybe a guy should be like maybe 1 month. That's the maximum. That it depends on how much some guys can still stay. But you know, you travel for 6 months without having your husband.
And it's not as if they just got married.
You understand?
For 15
So
days.
perhaps there's also, maybe let me hear what Pastor Isaiah has to say on that. You know, say you can't do without your wife or for a particular
How long can you not do without your wife?
And your wife wants to go for a course. You know, we're just
Like 6 months course.
about vacation and he said that I can't let her. You have to go together. You what else?
Yes.
That you just have to leave her and let her go.
Actually, before anyone would think of it, because whenever I think about my life, I think about the convenience for our life.
For her.
For her.
Okay.
So there was a time I asked that question. I was saying that let's say the tendency the business is going to take you out when you're going to use up to 6 months. Like this, as a nurse that you are, it's going to take you out and you are going to go for, let's say, with the UN to go and do some other things. Hope you will not say you will not bring. Okay. And so that's it by from something. Yeah. You understand? There are some things that if you are in line with the goal of your wife and like everything is simple, there are some things you call sacrifice. For a particular point in time, this thing is not because it's just easy. I want to take this time to stay just for this person, standing up for this person.
Purpose.
Because even giving birth is not even wrong. A normal thing, standing up for a pain for 9 months.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it has to be a kind of mutual understanding. So when she was telling me, I was telling her that I would not want to stop your career. I said, anywhere I'm going, that they will not include the fact that I can add my husband to it. I am not going.
I think I should add roots to the name of
I agree.
Yeah. But there are some, but it's not in every opportunity.
Early years of marriage, I don't support it.
Because I believe something I used to tell my wife is this. Even when she was talking about school and everything, I said, once God is inside, will never be in rush for you. So I usually tell her that. And everything I've always told her in that kind of way she has never come back and told me that it is a kind of this thing. If God really wants you to be there, God does not go against his word. He does not go against his word. So God knows the kind of marriage you put into. He knows the kind of formation you put into your marriage. He will not be the one to scatter the marriage. He just wants to take it. All that glitters is gold. Yeah. When God wants to give you something, wants to give you a Range Rover, he knows that this Range Rover is going to take you somewhere, and the devil says that hey, God wants to give you something. You are not seeing it, but you have a feeling. The devil will present you with a bike. So if you are so carried away, just being selfish, because whenever the devil is bringing his own, it's one selfishness with it. It will just exalt yourself. Not the body together. So when it comes in like that, it means you are supposed to ask, like you should be sensitive enough. So how would you know? Even let's say you cannot understand, but when there's a communication, you can speak to your husband and he said that no, this is the reason why I would say you should know. And it is God is not a God of confusion. Understand? So I see that.
I think what I could pick from that, thank you very much, Mr. Isaiah, because of what I could see in that is, you talk about godly based marriage. That I think that is the foundation of everything. If your marriage is not ordained by God, whether you will sit down and God spoke to you or whichever way you receive your partner, if God is in it, God will not give you something that will be at detriment, that will affect your mind. He can't give you opportunity. There's sometimes
I not give you a spouse that will kill your career.
That will kill your career. There's sometimes that there's some opportunity comes from the devil as disguise of blessing. Yes. But the end result is to spoil something else. The end result might be to affect your marriage, and you'll be in the middle of making a choice that how will I see this offer of you and you mentioned something that I really love, that when you take selfishness out of this thing. You are married and you are all what you are looking at, okay, how do I make money? How do I make, God has blessed you with something that is averagely okay for you and your family. And you're always looking for more. And we human beings, we should always be careful of our gratification for more, looking for more. I want more. God has given you what is still okay for you, but you still want to go more. Maybe God says, okay, at the level of masters, it's okay for you as a lady or as a guy that can be okay. And you say, I want to be at the level of all my friends. I want to be a doctor. That is selfishness already coming there. Oh, I want to be traveling to Dubai. I want to be going there. Is God really in that thing? Or you just want to gratify your own desire? If it is because of your desire that you want to pursue that thing, then God is out of it. And that thing might affect your mind. And that is where, that saying, I can't say without giving up for one. If the partner God gives you is with somebody that God gives you, if you have something that has to do with maybe God's assignments, God's calling for you, and you have to stay away from 3 or 6 months, God will keep that man for you.
But what if the man says you cannot?
How would the man say you can't? You go back to God. Is it not God? Except it is not God. That's why I say, except it is your selfish desire. If God is giving you something to do, and a man or a woman is stopping you from achieving that goal, go back to God. And that's why I believe in the power of prayer. There's nothing to a prayer. In this, my own little here, I've understand the power of prayer, of going back to God in everything you want to do. If God really gives you an assignment, and it's not something, He gives you a career that you have to pursue, there's no way God will not still create a space when you call in, when you go back to that God. This is not about that man. It's not about the woman. It's the spirit behind that person that is delaying. It will even be your children. Have you just seen that maybe sometimes you want to try, want to do something, maybe the child will be sick or something just happen that will just delay you and you won't be able to achieve that. So if it is God that is giving you that assignment, go back to God. And the one thing I always advocate for is, I don't believe that you should bury your dream, your career, your God-given vision for anybody to shine. I'm going to say that again. You don't have the right to bury your dream or bury your light for somebody else to shine. If it is God that is giving you that thing, you have to shine it. Anybody that is not allowing you to shine or to do what God wants to do, then that person, there's a spirit behind that person. You go and rebuke the spirit, address the spirit, address that is not allowing you to do that thing. Because honestly, we need to really understand when to take selfishness out of something. That's fine. I think one of you mentioned something about sacrifice. Marriage is about sacrifice too. Like early years of marriage, maybe you are getting to know yourself. Okay, you want to know about yourself. You are still trying to make babies, do so many things. You sacrifice. When the children are still very young, you sacrifice. You stay with them. You stay with them for a time. But that one doesn't mean that your career or your life should be on hold. It's a season of your life. I've seen some people that say, a woman just called me a few days ago. She's into singing. She's an she sings. And I've not been seeing a video for a very long time. And she said that her children, that she had to just withdraw from every activity to focus on her children, that now she's back, that all her children are okay. But she's still okay for me, that okay, your God-given assignment should not be on hold because you are in marriage. No, everything should be able to balance, and knowing how to balance it is what we are talking about here, honestly. And I really appreciate my wonderful co-hosts for their view from the men's perspective, from the women, pastor's wife perspective, from the businesswoman's perspective, and from a general perspective. I really understand and I appreciate that view. And for you that you're watching us, what is your own view about it? Honestly, it's about what you feel, what has worked for you, and what do you think people can also apply. Do you have a principle as a man that you can't leave your wife for one day without having her? What happened? As we have to have sex therapists in the house, please, what can they do? Because there will be time you can't be with the person 124/7. At least there will be time that God can tell the wife that you have to be the husband, we have to go and fast for 7 days. That is if it is God, though. Because I know a lot of women have used that as an assignment. No, I want to see the face of God. I want to go and see God, and I have to preserve myself. No, but honestly, some of them, they are for selfish reasons. Honestly, you don't need to, as in major on the minor and minor on the major. What needs to be attended to at the time should be, if it is your family that you need to attend to at that time, please attend to your family, to your husband at the right time, to your children at the right time. Know when to give to each of them. Know when to give to your career. Have a time that you want to spend with your family. Have a time that you want to focus on your career. Everybody is important. And you as a person, you are important as a person, because it is because you are alive, you are healthy, you are sound, that you can think about family. Because if you are not there, every other person will continue in their life. And this is very, very important. So on this note, we're going to wrap it up on Just a Chat with me and Labi. And I appreciate my and co-host once again. One word, final word for people. 1 second for people, for viewers.
Okay. My message is to every lady out there that
And men, men too also stop their career because of marriage.
for
Okay.
yeah, rather than
Okay.
women. So my message is for women that you need to balance your marriage and your career. Your career should not suffer because of your marriage, and your marriage should not suffer because of your career. You need the wisdom of God. Ask for the wisdom of God, and everything will fall in place.
Thank you very much. Okay, over to you.
All right, my word for men and women is going to be from what the Bible says. Men, love your wife as Jesus loved the church. Which that's when you love them, you'll be able to, you can forgo a lot of things and overlook some things. And at the same time, women, in the process of pursuing your career, be submissive enough to bring it out in a nicer word for it to be accepted. It's very, very important.
Wow, thank you very much. And from me, I've said a lot of things already, but from everything we've talked about, what I see is communication before marriage. It's very important. It's very key. Mutual communication and understanding, mutual agreement, what you can't take in marriage. And you're already seeing the traces before marriage. Please talk about it. Talk about it early enough. It is very important. Talk about each person's dream. And it shouldn't be just selfish, one-sided. Talk about as a man, what do you have to offer? What value do you have to add to the woman? And as a woman, what value do you want to add? So it should be a mutual agreement, not a parasitic relationship. And this has to be really addressed before marriage. I believe that's really stick to you, and please do drop your own view about this. This is where we're going to wrap it up on Just a Chat with me, Alabi, today. Thank you very much for joining us. And if you have not, please do that subscription now. But yeah, press it. Subscribe now to this channel so you can enjoy more of our videos and more activities on this platform. Till I come away again next week for another interesting episode of Just a Chat. It's me saying, have an amazing week. Bye.
Bye.